state record for the most APs taken by a freshman. In the first few weeks of that spring semester, Elizabeth had dropped a course because she got a B on the first test, which increased the risk of her missing a full A for her final grade. She then pleaded with Kara to drop a linear algebra course that was giving her trouble. "Take AP Stats instead," she said. "All you have to do is a crapload of homework. That's 40% of the grade. If you do it all, they give you an A." Kara ignored this advice. She liked linear algebra. Elizabeth, on the other hand, didn't like much at all about high school. As Kara recalls, Elizabeth was working all the time. She had no social life. She was just so freaking diligent. She was also, as you might imagine, stress-addled and often upset or anxious. But this is the approach that most students at her elite high school swore by. It's also the approach followed by tens of thousands of other talented but overworked students across the country. It persists for one simple reason. If you're not an amazing athlete or a genius, and if your parents aren't capable of donating a new library to Harvard, demonstrating time-consuming commitment to lots of things has been deemed the only reliable way to maximize your admissions chances. It's a brutal game, and it's no fun to play, but at least the rules are clear. Then along came Kara. Spooked by the grim encounter with her college counselor, a meeting that concluded with the counselor pulling out the applications for the less competitive California public universities, Kara scraped together enough money to apply to 21 different schools. Her dad refused to pay that many application fees. "I was freaked out that I wasn't going to get in anywhere," she recalls. But here's the thing. Kara did get in. In fact, she got into 20 of the 21 schools she applied to, including MIT, Caltech, Columbia, Cornell, Berkeley, Johns Hopkins, and, of course, Stanford, proving, to the surprise of her counselor, that those schools do occasionally accept students with B's. Kara's long string of acceptances surprised her classmates because she had refused to play the standard admissions game. Kara had the lowest GPA of any student from her school who had ever been accepted into MIT, where she now attends. She took a reasonable course load and avoided a crushing extracurricular schedule. Unlike most of her competitive peers, Kara actually enjoyed high school. "I was perceived as the relaxed kid in my school," she told me with a sheepish grin. It was as if she were admitting a crime. As you might imagine, Kara's success proved disruptive. The entire motivation, the raison d'etre for the brutal schedules of students like Elizabeth, is their unshakable confidence that doing more things than the thousands of other applicants applying to the same schools is the only way to stand out. Kara shattered this confidence, and in doing so she provided a glimmer of hope for stressed students everywhere. It might be possible to stand out without burning out. Meet the relaxed superstars. Kara is part of a little-known subculture of students that I call the relaxed superstars. These are students who live relaxed and happy high school lives, yet still breeze into their reach schools. Like Kara, they challenge a lot of what we thought was true about the college admissions process. Most relaxed superstars pay little attention to college admissions until application deadlines loom. The topic doesn't dominate their lives the way it does for so many of their peers. They dismiss the belief that you should suffer through the hardest possible course schedules. Instead, they build reasonable schedules that provide challenge but still leave plenty of free time. They abhor crowded lists of extracurricular activities. Instead, they focus on a small number of genuinely interesting pursuits. Perhaps the most striking trait of these students is their happiness. Spending time with them, I have been astonished by how much they seem to enjoy their lives. They flat out reject the idea that happiness must be deferred until after you get accepted into college. And they prove that living a relaxed and engaging life can actually make you more successful in the admissions process. This book presents the first insider look into the fascinating world of these students. For the past 3 years, I've tracked down relaxed superstars from across the country and listened to their stories. During my research, I met Olivia, for example, a student from New Hampshire who earned a full-ride scholarship to the University of Virginia even though she spent, on average, only 6 or 7 hours per week.